Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1.
Ну я чуть потерялся так, чуть оступился.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest of boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit that bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo, and the Patreon family. We are working. Now, the clip you've seen was a clip the Krusher, Sergey Kovalev, posted, and on his social media he posted that, and it looked kind of weird at first. At first I thought he was joking around doing like some kind of ballet, but then I got to thinking, I'm like, that doesn't really make sense because he looks like he's sweating in the middle of a workout. So I want to know what you guys think first and foremost. Drop a comment in the comment section. What do you think that's for? And to me, I think he was doing a drill that readies him or simulates basically if you're hurt and wounded. You know what I mean? Because obviously, if you guys know, if you are on a merry-go-round or you spin around in circles, you're going to get dizzy. So I think that's what the intent was, is to dizzy himself, which you guys see in the title, make himself dizzy and give him that feeling just to see how he deals with it and copes with it. So I thought that was pretty interesting because I never seen him previously release a clip where he was doing that type of drill. But from my observations, that's what it looked like to me. Looked like he was trying to make himself dizzy just so he can manage and see how he would do. So that tells me a couple of things. If my theory is correct, then it kind of corroborates what I've been saying. The Andre Ward wins are definitely validated, because why are you doing drills that nobody, or at least me, I've never seen you do before, and doing brand new drills to prepare you for situational things like, oh, if you get your bell rung and you're hurt and you're woozy and you're dizzy and your legs are jello, you know what I'm saying? Why would you be doing something like that? You're the Krusher, and I've never seen him do anything like this. But if you guys, this is new media, so if you've seen Kovalev do this, please link me to the video or the Instagram post or whatever where he was doing this. I've never personally seen it, so I think he is maybe preparing himself. He has a new trainer, right? His trainer is the trainer of an Olympic gold medalist, and we're gonna get to that in a second. And I really think this is a new training technique to, like I said, just prepare him for situational stuff, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. I told you I didn't personally buy the low blows, and that's the reason that Kovalev was wilting over, is because he was gassed, he was exasperated. He knew he couldn't hurt Ward in the second fight, or he hadn't hurt Ward, and he was frustrated and he was fatigued, and Ward was coming on strong. That's what really happened to me, and I think doing these extra drills and stuff prove that. Now, I got an email from Main Events, shout out to Main Events, and Kovalev's manager, Egis Clemis, he was given some updates from camp. And it says, basically, I'm going to read the quote. It says, "I'm just happy that Kovalev found someone who can train him, and I'm happy that Sergey is listening to somebody, which means a lot. I believe the trainer needs to have the respect from the fighter, and it can't be the other way. If the fighter goes to the trainer and tells him what to do, he's not the trainer. The trainer needs to tell the fighter what should be done," right? And he says the new trainer, Arbor, is a real trainer. He's not a showman going for the camera and getting into the press talking about it. He's just helping Sergey to get him into better shape and to get him ready for boxing. And he reminds Sergey of his old trainer from the beginning in Russia, Roshchenko. especially because Sergey wants to hear Russian language spoken in the corner. That is important to him. Now, this might not sound like much to some, but these comments from Kovalev's manager are extremely interesting to me. And the reason being, like, listen to that last sentence. Especially since Sergey wants to hear Russian language spoken in his corner, this is important to him. Now, if you watch the HBO special before Ward Kovalev, I think the rematch, John David Jackson was basically complaining, said he had no authority in the corner, and he was silenced and wasn't able to talk and train. And then you have to listen to what Igis also said. He says, I'm happy that Sergey found someone who can train him, and I'm happy Sergey is listening to somebody, which means a lot. So to me, statements like this, and I'm sure Igis didn't mean for it to come out like this, but this kind of sets a tone to me of what John David Jackson was saying, because it says, especially since Kovalev wants to hear Russian language spoken in the corner. Now, John David Jackson, former fighter, they hired him to be the trainer. You knew he didn't speak Russian from the get-go. So if that was a necessity, right, then shouldn't that be, I mean, he should have never trained you from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because you knew he didn't speak Russian from the jump. You know what I mean? That's like Pacquiao hiring Freddie Roach knowing he doesn't speak Tagalog. So that doesn't make sense. So to me, it seems like Kovalev might be his own worst enemy. He might be his own issue. And like I said, I pay attention to the wording, the verbiage, what people say. Kovalev's manager is saying, I'm just happy that Kovalev found someone who can train him, and I'm happy that Sergey is listening to somebody. And then he also goes on to say, because the trainer can't be the one who's told what to do. The trainer has to tell the fighter what to do. So it's weird to me, because I think the manager, Igis Klimbis, took a shot at John David Jackson. Arbor is a real trainer. He's not a showman going for the camera, getting into the press and talking about it. But at the same time, it doesn't sound like Team Kovalev was allowing John David Jackson to thoroughly do his job if he wasn't able to speak, because Kovalev prefers someone in Russian, you know what I'm saying, or to speak Russian to him in the corner. And it's just weird. It's I guess a mystery that the Kovalev John David Jackson marriage or partnership relationship as fighter trainer, it's a surprise that it lasted as long. But you know, when people take losses, you know what I mean, that everyone needs a fall guy, and that's where people start examining stuff. Because you notice when Kovalev was running through Mohammadi and Jean Pascal and Cleverly and all these other fights, I never heard no issue about John David Jackson. But as soon as he loses to Andre Ward, then you hear all this back and forth. So Kovalev, to me, is at a very, very precious, I don't even think that's the right word, but he's at a very like sensitive, fragile position in his career. You know what I mean? And I'm just giving my opinion, but some of this stuff sounds like less of John David Jackson's doing, and it sounds like Kovalev, who he is as a person. You know what I mean? Especially if the trainer's saying, I'm just happy Sergey has finally found someone who could train him that he's listening to. So to me, that sounds like more of a personal issue, because again, why would you hire somebody that you're not going to listen to? Why would you hire somebody if you prefer them to speak in your native tongue of Russian and you know he doesn't speak Russian? You know what I mean? Little questions like that. I mean, this is not even detailing some of the stuff John David Jackson said in his interview about Kovalev not paying him, and he's egotistical and wants his Krusher emblem on everything. I don't even care about that type of stuff right now. I'm just talking about like the training. And it's weird because Igis also said he's just happy his trainer, someone who get him into better shape and get him ready for boxing. But I thought he just hired this Olympic triathlon coach in the Ward rematch. So to me, I told you from the beginning, I'm not buying that Kovalev really felt he was being fouled out and he was really fit to keep going and come back and beat Ward in the rematch. This, to me, I don't care what y'all think, but this is just my personal opinion. This is just kind of corroborating what I've always thought about that particular fight. It got hot in the kitchen. Kovalev did a lot of like memes and talking and I will destroy Ward's boxing career and all this stuff before the fight, and he couldn't make good. He wrote a check that he couldn't cash. Ward came back correct, had his road work, his knee wasn't bothering him. He just had a better overall game plan, and Kovalev didn't know what to do. So I'm really concerned for Kovalev to see how he'll look. And I've said this, and this is not like my wishes. You know what I mean? I don't wish bad on people like that. But I would not be surprised if Kovalev is not the same Krusher. If he looks, even if he wins, but if he looks more vulnerable in doing it. I'm talking about the Krusher that was like running through Cedric Agnew's and guys like Ishmael Salak and stuff like that. I don't know. That person might be long gone, and it's more or less a confidence thing. And he's apparently liking this new trainer, and the guy speaks Russian, so there's really no one to blame at this point. So I'm definitely going to be tuning into the card presented by Main Events and Golden Boy. Kovalev versus Vyacheslav Shabransky. Very good fight. You know what I mean? It's a crossroad fight. No one's going to want to lose this. Shabransky got stopped by Sullivan Barrera not too long ago. He has a win since then, but this is a good 12-round fight. I did a video about it. This is now for the vacant WBO belt, Andre Ward's old belt that he relinquished in his retirement by retiring. This is also a triple header. Sullivan Barrera's on the card fighting a guy named Felix Valera in a 10-rounder. So the winner of the main event could fight the winner of the co-main event. Also, Jason Sosa came up short against Vasil Lomachenko. He's fighting the guy that stopped Gamboa recently on the same week of Canelo versus Chavez Jr. So that's Robinson Castellanos. I'm definitely checking it out, and I want to know from you guys, where is Kovalev's head at? Like I said, if he's doing drills and stuff to prepare him and ready him, see, to me, this is just my thoughts, of course. That shows me that Kovalev didn't expect to be hurt. He you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's, I do this to a degree sometimes in a different way. I'm gonna explain it to you. Sometimes where I push the envelope and I stay up late working and I'm running in and out, you know what I mean, running around, burning the can at both ends, and then I realize I'm not a robot. I'm not Superman, and I get sick. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I feel Kovalev did. Kovalev, he was on top of the world. He's undefeated. Even losing to Andre Ward, people were saying, oh, he won the fight. So he didn't feel too discouraged from it. But I think Kovalev didn't think Andre Ward could hurt him. And I think that's what hurt him mentally now, because he did get stopped. And like Tupac said, but you and I know what's going on. You could say whatever, Nutcracker Ward and son of judges, son of referee and Tony Weeks, but I really don't believe that, especially with all this other stuff coming out, the firing of John David Jackson, what he had to say. This seems like kind of a Kovalev deal. And again, you guys let me know if there's some other reason why he was doing that dizzying drill, spinning in circles, twirling in circles, because it looked crazy, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing I can think of. So if you guys know another purpose for that other than my theory, then please let me know. But if he's doing stuff like that, to me, I think this is them preparing him for reality. Is you're a fighter, you can be hurt, and we've seen that in the Andre Ward fight. And that's really what I think. So interesting timing. Boxing is all about timing. All about timing. So the timing of this fight with Shabransky is very interesting. Both guys are going to look to try to win this fight. Let me know if the Krusher is mentally the same, if you think he'll look like he's always looked. Will he look better with this new trainer? Drop that in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.